With Universal dumping over $400 million on Hagrids and Velocicoaster, we all have to be wondering, what does Universal have planned next for Islands of Adventure? And most importantly, when should we expect a new ride? With Epic Universe set to open soon, it has me wondering how much longer will the Lost Continent themed area be around for? And if this new attraction is a roller coaster, could it become the best of the park? If Universal does what I think they're going to do, then it's going to be a game changer for not only Universal, but for all of the Florida theme parks. The Lost Continent was home to one of the most popular attractions at Islands of Adventure. That was until the Wizarding World of Harry Potter opened and took over the back portion of the area in 2010. That was also the year Dueling Dragons was rethemed to Dragon Challenge, and ever since then, the Lost Continent has been rideless, with only featuring one attraction in Poseidon's Fury. Well, two if you count the delicious Mythos restaurant. In 2018, Universal closed the 8th voyage of Sinbad's stunt show, which had a ton of us wondering and thinking, Harry Potter expansion, obviously, but not so quick, and here is why. Diagon Alley could use a new Harry Potter attraction over Hogsmeade at the moment, and with the Fear Factor stunt show being removed, this plot of land could make way for the next Harry Potter expansion. So why don't I think we're going to see a Harry Potter expansion at Islands of Adventure? Well, that's because I predict Universal has their eyes set on something totally different for this area, and something that would really be an epic addition. With Epic Universe being slated to open up sometime in 2025, the Orlando theme park landscape will be changed forever. The new park's going to feature some amazing new rides and roller coasters, including a brand new Harry Potter themed area and the highly anticipated Super Nintendo World. With just how popular Universal Studios Japan and now Hollywood's Super Nintendo World have been, it's clear that this is the next IP that's going to be driving more and more people to the parks for years to come. So I have to think that Universal would want to spread out the Nintendo themed areas and attractions across multiple parks, just like they did with the Harry Potter franchise. And if they do this, then I think the Lost Continent area of Islands of Adventure could be rethemed to something like Zelda. The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past debuted on November 21st, 1991, and instantly became one of the most popular games in the entire world. In fact, it's the 7th biggest game in terms of sales for Super Nintendo. And when N64 came out, the follow-up Zelda game was the 4th most popular game on that platform. So if there's ever an expansion to the Super Nintendo theme park attractions, I think it's pretty safe to say that Zelda would be in the discussion, especially since the new Epic Universe is already going to be opening with a Mario Kart themed ride, a new roller coaster themed to Donkey Kong, and a family ride centered around Yoshi. But let's speculate on what type of attractions we could see come to the Zelda land if Universal decides to go this route. Would we see a new roller coaster, a dark ride? What about a new flat ride? Or maybe a new stunt show in the theater? Well, here is what I think we're gonna see. I suspect that Mythos would get rethemed to fit in with the new Nintendo overlay with some minor changes to the look of the restaurant. But more on that thought in a minute. As for Poseidon's Fury, the underrated walkthrough attraction at IOA, I think we all know what's going to happen to this. And honestly, it's time we all know it. Now, the biggest question I have around this attraction is, would Universal find it beneficial to demolish the entire building or not? And you can see just how large this building really is. So does it make sense to gut the entire building inside and redo it to include a brand new dark ride of some kind? Or would they choose to just demolish it altogether? I honestly think they would just go that route with it. Because think about it. Trying to design and build a new dark ride or coaster inside of a building that was built in 1999 seems a bit troublesome. But again, that's just my opinion. Now, if you're in need of some new coaster gear for this upcoming season, then be sure to check out my merch store for all of my designs. And you can find the link for it in the description of this video, and you are going to love the promotion that I'm currently running. But let's get back to the Zelda talk. The stunt show theater is located here, and with the direction that Universal seems to be headed in, I don't think we'll see a live show coming back to this theater. I really wish that was not the case, but if you want some proof, then just take a look at the old Toon Lagoon Amphitheater located on the other side of Islands of Adventure, or even the old Fear Factor stunt show. This unused venue, while a little smaller, has never held a consistent show since it opened in 1999. So yeah, I do suspect that the old Sinbad Theater will also get demolished. And if Universal decides to demolish both the Poseidon's building and the stunt show, then what could stop them from doing the same with Mythos? Just saying, I think it's a possibility. Now let's talk about what Universal can build on these two major plots of land. Just looking at the past trends Universal has taken, I really do think we will see a new dark ride and roller coaster open in this new themed area. And since it has been years that I last played Zelda, I honestly don't know enough about the game to really pinpoint what each attraction will be based around, so I need a favor from you. If you know more about the Zelda franchise and games, please let me know what would make for a cool dark ride or roller coaster or both, because I'm really curious about this, so be sure to let us know in the comments. But as for a dark ride, I really think Islands of Adventure would benefit greatly from an interactive shooting dark ride of some kind. This attraction would also offer a very low height requirement, giving the park yet another great family ride. And as for the coaster, I think there are a few out there that could fit well with the Zelda theme. When adding a new coaster, Universal is all about creating an immersive environment that puts you in the center of the action. So I would think the coaster would feature both dark and outdoor sections for the layout. Which brings me to this. What if we would see a new high-capacity B&M wing coaster be located here? This would give the park a very reliable coaster that would feature a few inversions and a ride experience that would not be as intense as Velocicoaster or the Hulk, but more intense than Hagrids. And not to mention, this would become Florida's first wing coaster. But you might be wondering, how could Islands of Adventure fit in a B&M wing coaster in this area? And for that question alone, I came up with a layout that would offer a launch and a ride that would interact with the lagoon and feature some dark ride sections. This layout would feature 3 inversions, a few near misses, and the tallest point of the coaster will be around 110 feet or so. And as Holiday World already knows, you really can't go wrong with a launched B&M wing coaster. And if you've never been on Thunderbird, it is absolutely amazing and by far is the best wing coaster here in America. And as for the new dark ride, it would be located in the yellow highlighted area here. Just think of how beneficial it would be for Islands of Adventure to open up 2 new high-capacity attractions in a brand new themed area that previously did not offer any. And as for the Mythos replacement, it would stay in the same location, but again, probably get a new theme and a whole new name. But the best part about this new themed area is that park guests walking around will be able to encounter the new roller coaster in every section of the new area. And as for when I think Islands of Adventure is going to be opening their next major attraction, I honestly don't think until 2026. That's only because I think the focus is going to be on USF because let's face it, Studios needs a little bit more work right now, and Universal just blessed Islands with Hagrids and Velocicoaster. And not to mention, Epic Universe is opening in 2025. So what are your thoughts around the future of the Lost Continent at Islands of Adventure? I think it's a safe bet that this area is going to get a makeover very soon. Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, then all I ask that you do is give it a like. And with that, thank you so much for watching. Remember to smile today, think positive, and keep riding coasters.